In short, if you're a Nigerian or a West African in Kenya, you're in danger of reactions or retaliation because people are angry about what's happening. What can you tell us about this sort of situation? You know, some people are concerned about possible xenophobia, like it's happening in South Africa.
Yes.
What can you tell us about this?
I want to tell you one thing about our fellow Kenyans. Kenyans are very permissive. We do not see a situation where Kenyans will attack the Nigerians like we were attacked in down south, things like that.
Right.
But what we are saying, that this must be handled from a diplomatic perspective, and I believe that our national government has not just issued that alert pointing at that country for no apparent reason. Investigations have been done, and they are pointing us towards that direction. So what will the government of the other nation respond by doing? Is to tell the citizens, guys, be watchful. This could happen to you. You need to look at the details of that advisory for us to be able now to decipher and discuss the details of what is happening around.
Right.
And like you well said, the allegations for now. But then when the facts and the details of these investigations come out, then we can now react as is required of us to react. And
once we have the information.
Once we have the information.
Right.
And that will be in a way, the way they'll put in the public domain will be in a way, not in any way to flare any emotional feelings that we can now start acting on those guys and tell them, guys, no, you're creating a negative environment in our country, so we need to do this to you. No, to not be that way.
Right.
To brought in a way that we can be able to manage and let the law of the nation take its rightful course.
The rule of law must take it.
Yes.
So good people, I hope you're hearing this. I think it's important that we put it out there. Let's wait for the law to take its course. Let's wait for the police who are very competent to do their investigations. Exactly. And once the facts are there, let the law take its course. All right? Now, shift gears a little bit. Yesterday, the Ministry of the Interior issued a directive to all managers of private security companies, and I believe you're aware of this directive. And they said, and I'm quoting, it's aimed at addressing the emerging trends of insecurity with a view of deterring criminal activities in these premises. We're talking about the short stay hospitality industry. Places, the bed and breakfast type of situations, many of which are booked online and so on. Now, I'm looking at some of these recommendations. For example, they're saying you have to leave identification at the entrance and you will not get back your ID until you come out. They're saying all CCTV must be kept updated. They're saying you must maintain something called an updated access control policy. There's so many recommendations here, and I believe you're aware of this. You're part of this association. Talk us through the reasoning behind these recommendations and the expected impact. Right.
Victor, if you look at the modus operandi currently, before our government issued those directives, it was that I would call the owner of a B&B, an Airbnb, tell him, hey, I need accommodation, I need to hire. We agree on a price, no security deposit
no
whatsoever, right? I give you a password or a passcode, you go into a passcode, you get the key, you open off, you pay me, and off you done. No physical interaction. That basically means I am giving out my product to somebody I've not met, and I'll not meet, not at all. So what has been what have we done as a security fraternity? What has been done is first of all look at these cases and study them carefully and look at where are these gaps? Where are these gaps that we are seeing? And the one that has been identified is identification verification. We must be able to identify who you are. And as soon as you know that I am very well known, my identity here is very well known, that is number one deterrence. That will stop because I'll know definitely if I do anything wrong here, right, definitely I'll be found because my ID is already there. But then we want to go to a notch higher. This ID must be a physical identification of you. For example, your national ID, you leave it there, right? We are in possession of it. And then we train our guys to go further. Victor, you can give me any ID, and I say this is your ID, and I put it up in the way I'm required to put it up. But I must verify that actually this is Victor, and this is Chris, and this is the next.
Valid.
It is valid, right? Then once we do that, there's a retention of that ID. Data Protection Act prohibited us from handling that, but now we've been permitted by a regulator. Right. So our guards will go right ahead. Security implemented, the enforcement will go ahead and retain that. And that keeps you a notch, knowing that I am known, and that deters from that criminal offense. Then we go to access control. What would be access control here? There could be facial recognition. There could be fingerprint. There could be any biometrics that we can take from you, which is a critical identifier of you. Biometrics, basically only you, Victor. Nobody else has those kind of identification.
Right.
That means in the event you commit an offense, and we open this for a police investigation, it'll be very easy to get you. Not going around the bush looking for anybody. But this one would point to exactly, this is Chris, this is Victor. right? And when we sell that out to the public and to that kind of a business, and even to the consumers of that business, then it means that our level of return of criminal activities has been taken a notch higher.
So if I'm hearing you correctly, there's both a prevention angle to this. Actually, there's a very prominent prevention angle. I mean, if